Hey there, chart friends. Lamont here from Chart Guys, checking in on the solar sector, NEE, and that clean energy ETF. I don't even know if that gentleman still watches these videos. Wherever you are, this one's for you. So, starting off with 10-hour ETF, we are looking for the potential of a daily. It's like I didn't miss anything. Oh, I do apologize for not being here yesterday. I was busy with our clubhouse call, the TCG clubhouse. Oh, which I don't know if I think it's we'll be doing it 2 or 3 times. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, excuse me. We're looking for the potential of a daily lower high to be set here at 125 or under, I should say 125.98. And so potential for daily consolidation should the bears be able to punch it below 114.30 key support tomorrow. So let's check out the hourly trend. Okay, so bit of a head and shoulders look to it right now, right? With a higher high with very little follow through, did make for a higher low, but now we've got this little bear flag that's starting to confirm going into the end of the day. So if the bears are able to step in tomorrow and defend this high of 117.34, they will break to lower lows under 114.30. They will change that hourly trend and have bull scouting for that daily higher low with anything over 106.81 being one. But that being said, we're being mindful that this is potentially a weekly bull flag, right? It's so we wanted to be cognizant of the potential of bear breaks with minimal follow through, but also we're being mindful that the daily kind of has a bit of a head and shoulders look to it as well, right? But to me, this is really just more of a sideways range, right? But who knows? At the end of the day, we're worried about the key levels, and the key levels right now is 106.81. Again, being mindful of the potential of bear breaks with minimal follow through, just like we had here, right? Oh my goodness, sometimes I forget. All right, so let me clean this up a little bit there. All right. All right, so let's see here. This is pretty much a double bottom, right? We had 106.88 here and 106.81 on the right over here. So it was technically a bear break with very minimal follow through. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this pattern continue if and affirm the weekly bull flag thesis. Now, if that doesn't continue, then of course we can throw that thesis out the window. So we're just watching this hourly trend now, and if the bulls are able to defend this low here of 114.30 and break to higher highs, then we'll continue to look for that daily lower high. But of course, with how much bounce they muster today, the odds favor a bear break and then have bulls scouting that daily higher low. And I guess we would be looking for that gap fill. We'll be looking for a gap fill into this trend line here. Let's see why is this line here? I don't love that. I mean, it did offer some resistance, but we have this trend line that's run on the daily time frame. This yellow diagonal line is the daily time frame. Maybe we can be using our fibs as a bit of a guide. And just knowing that 5-minute oversold conditions would be ideal as well, right? So we want the hourly, I should say. The hourly RSI should crawl up as we get into the zone. If there's any adjustments to be made, that'll have to be made on the fly tomorrow, based again on RSI. Okay, so let's see. Is that a reasonable place to look for a daily high or low? I'd say so. And this is the trend line I was talking about. You have your hit here, you have a hit here, and I believe you have 3 hits actually. So let me kill this one for now. We don't need to look at it. So yeah, essentially would be, you would be bottom fishing these lows and it'd be trend line play. Okay. Well, I mean, didn't get quite as deep and didn't get quite as high as I anticipated, but similar. We're looking for this, right? Not necessarily a deep move down, but meandering. Just because we're in this consolidation structure, right? And that's kind of what we want to see if we are bullish, right? Look at how the moves to the upside are. They're fast rips, and then the moves to the downside. Look, it takes 3 of these bearish days just to wipe away this one green day, and then there's a little bit of a reaction. and then a bunch of days to come back to the lows, and then a swift move up, right? So now, what we want to see is this continued pattern. Now, don't get me wrong, this was a rather swift move down, but the idea is we want to see the bear stall and the bulls. When the scale tips, you want to see the side that you're on, I guess, and because this is potentially, we're looking at this as a flag structure on a larger time frame. So ideally, we're trading bullish, right, to try to get with the trend. You want your side to look impulsive on all their moves, right? And you want the opposing side to look not as impulsive, right? To look corrective. I don't know why I have all these stats. I think this was based on the hourly chart, like a staggered thing. Anyway, so daily lower high is set here now at 65.81. And if the bears show up tomorrow and can punch it under 60.62, they'll confirm that daily downtrend, and we'll come down to test these lows here at the 57s level. And I like this play down here. So let's just draw like a zone, I guess. We don't really need so many of these. Makes the chart look kind of busy. And let's use this low here. And so ideally, we'll get hourly oversold conditions into this level here. I wish there wasn't this little bounce here, honestly, but you do. Let's see. And you would. Excuse me. You can start getting aggressive here, right? Bottom fishing all these lows here. Why not? This is clearly a contentious level, right? You can start your scales there. Maybe make a play like this, and then if the bounce doesn't stick, then you make a play, another play lower, right? Okay, so anticipating something like this, perhaps. Oh no. Okay. Alternatively, if you want to be patient, right, you can wait for a big old bounce large enough to anticipate a higher low, and then maybe try to position for a higher low. It's really up to you. But personally, I like scaling into weakness. So this is something that I would be cautious of, right? If this bounce doesn't shake out well, right? If we don't get this, then we get this, just be ready for this next trade down there, right? Excuse me. Okay, so key hourly support tomorrow for bears to defend, key hourly resistance, I should say, for bears to defend is 65.78. And the key support is 62.05. And we're currently, it looks like a little hourly bear flag. So this play is definitely in play. All right, these levels down a bit lower are definitely in play. Wow, look at that, huh? And the reason why that was set up was just in conjunction with hourly overbought conditions, and then up against these prior levels, which I'm sure I spoke about in the video. I imagine at least. All right, so if everything goes according to plan, then I guess we're looking for this leg, right? Hold on, let's start on the daily time frame. All right, so sun run, the bulls played defense many times in this zone, but this is a very ugly daily candle. Okay, so let's see. Potential to have set a daily lower high here under 89.51. And so let's check the hourly trend. The hourly trend has yet to go bearish. I'm not saying that it necessarily will, but there is a lot of space for bears to work with here. So if the bears can step in tomorrow and defend 78.67 and break to lower lows under 73.27, then they'll change the hourly trend and very quickly set that daily lower high. And if that's the case, then bulls are back to playing defense off of these lows. But after a brutal rejection like that, I would not have much faith in the bulls. Okay, let me clean this chart up. If we were to come back down, there's probably going to be at least a relief bounce, but I would not have a terrible amount of faith if the bears changed the trend and came down here. Okay, so run is looking a little bit weak, very questionable bounce. If that's all the bounce the daily bulls can muster, that's not a good look. Kill these. That's not even in play right now. Projected very close to this close level. Well, that's pretty much it. So, caution for Sun Run. FSLR, very similar look. Very similar look. The only difference is, so you see how it's above, right now price is sideways above prior consolidation structure, and run is very similar, right? Where sideways above prior consolidation structure is just, you know, there's a, actually, you know what? It's really not as similar as I was thinking, because this is so extended. I forgot about this peak here. If we're just looking from here on, okay, then I think it's rather similar. And let's see when that started, actually. This was November 25th. November 25th. Forget that. Either way, they look questionable. The strength is questionable right now. The Bulls are playing defense again off of these prior highs and building this base of support, but it's not like these reactions back here. You know, so a little concerning if you're a bull, and you're also kind of grinding out of this channel structure that has maintained it for some time, I believe. Yes, this is a rather large channel, right? It's been affirmed many times. If the bears are able to push out of it with some gusto, then I would look for the potential of a lower high under this zone of interest, right? So let's check. Probably wouldn't be so vicious right away, but something like that. So you can see we're grinding it as resistance, right? Not a good look. So there's actually also a play up here, right? Bears can be top fishing tomorrow over here, looking to position should we break down out of this channel. That's pretty much it. That's all we're looking out for, the potential of this range to break down. If this range does not break down and the bulls are able to step in and defend this low of 98.58 and break to higher highs over 99.14, then we will look to top fish this range. Same old same, right? As long as we're range bound, that's all we really care about. Those plays are the best. Hopefully I just muted 3 very large sneezes. Checking in on NEE. Clean up the chart a bit. This trade is over. Well, not over, but potentially maturing. There. Okay, and we had the potential of this add-on trade, I guess, and that was shared on this day, I believe. So let's see how that's shaking out. NEE is currently just looking for a daily lower high. It's looking like it's set right now at, yeah, I'm clean. It's looking like it's set right now at 84.47. Okay, and this is enough space that we would anticipate a daily high or low, but I don't love this, the look of it. That being said, it did just break to new all-time highs and then defend this prior high here. So, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now. I wouldn't be surprised if we were to just kind of go range bound for a while. Would not be surprised to come back down lower too, though, right? Because we didn't. This was really the. Oops. This is really the. Well, let me move that one. This is really where all the consolidation was. It's kind of far away, so it's possible that we don't maintain these lows. But either way, for now, we're just looking for a healthy daily high or low. Anything over 79.61 will be one. We will be mindful of this hourly trend. I can kill this for now. The hourly trend is bearish, but it's not terribly impulsive, right, to the downside. So, NEE is kind of a weird one. Either way, let's see. This was planned for this day on the 3rd. So if you did make plays in here, hopefully you chopped it up for some profit. There's not a lot of range, so honestly, maybe we won't set up these kinds of plays anymore for NEE if there's not a lot of range in the future. So we're just mindful of this hourly trend right now, which is bearish. Ideally the bulls will step in tomorrow, however, because it looks like the bulls have set an hourly higher low here at 82.58. So if they can defend this low of 82.58 and break to higher highs over 83.55, they'll change that hourly trend and have bulls continue to be looking for that daily lower high, with anything under 87.69 being one. So trades coming up, I just really like that daily lower high, or if we can pull back for a higher low, I guess that'd be nice too. So we could come back down here and back test this level one more time and not have this pierce in hourly oversold conditions. I think I like that trade the best. Something like that, for a daily lower high, or just a tightening range or a test of the upper range. Oh, same but different. Okay, so ICLN, pretty similar. Balancing to look for a daily lower high. Anything under 33.57 will be one. No daily consolidation quite yet. Just an inside bar day today. So let's check the hourly trend. Hourly trend is okay. So this is similar to what? Let's see. What was the solar name? Well, okay, similar 10. So I guess they're rather correlated. Hey, so maybe I'll stop covering. We'll see. Oh, do excuse me. Okay. All right, so very similar. If the bears can show up tomorrow, defend. Looks like a bear flag. If the bears can show up tomorrow, defend this low, this high of 31.50 and break to lower lows under 30.82, then they'll change that hourly trend and have bull scouting a daily higher low, with anything over 29.38 being one. And ideally, the bulls will show up and defend to get a little bit more daily bounce follow through, to come and test this trend line so that we can have more confidence that we're staying within this daily, this weekly, I should say, bull flag structure. If that's all they can muster, that's not a terribly good look. Ideally, we'll see a little bit more bounce follow through, maybe to around where this trade target was, right? And at this point, if you are holding a runner, you can be walking your stop up, right? You don't have to leave your stop under this. Honestly, after the bounce started, it should be this. The new risk profile on this trade should look like this. And now that you're walking it up, you can pretty much eliminate all the risk on your runner, right? Because I don't know if you want to give anything back on consolidation from here. I don't know. Personal decision, I guess, but it's a decent amount of range, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I just banked that and look for a higher low, but your mileage may vary, up to you. So that's pretty much it. The bulls, however, can step in tomorrow and defend this low of 30.82, break to higher highs over 31.22. Then we'll just look for more daily bounce follow through. Alrighty, I think that about covers it. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you all soon.